sir. We got to take you into custody now.
An investigation by the Fox 8i team found that based largely on word of mouth, the man deceived for many Clevelanders trying to save their homes is B. Andrew Brown, a graduate of the Columbia University School of Law. According to his clients, Brown has a very convincing sales pitch.
I will get your house back. I will stop the sale, and I will get your house back.
At that point, who did you think you were dealing with?
A lawyer, Mr. Brown.
Our next case is disciplinary counsel versus Bruce Brown.
But the truth is, B. Andrew Brown, also known as Bruce A. Brown, and Amir Jamal Tawwab, is not an attorney. He was disbarred in New York in 1992, and since moving to Cleveland, has never been admitted to the practice of law in Ohio.
Hey, his office looks like he's an attorney. He dressed like he's an attorney. He walks like if it looks like a duck and quack, it's a duck.
What do you do to support yourself? I'm currently self-employed.
This is Brown appearing at a 2011 hearing before the Ohio Supreme Court for illegally practicing law without a license.
I was not aware that an opinion and order had been issued.
State disciplinary counsel reports obtained by the Fox 8i team found that over the past 20 years, B. Andrew Brown has been convicted of dozens of felonies related to the unauthorized practice of law. The crimes include grand theft, forgery, tampering with records, and passing bad checks.
During the time the order was issued, I was incarcerated.
He's never even been a lawyer in the state of Ohio, yet he holds himself out to people who are, at their greatest time of need.
Ian Friedman with the Cleveland Bar Association is among those frustrated by the fact that Brown continues to act as a lawyer, even though the state Supreme Court has attempted to stop him during 3 separate investigations.
I think, though, it's not really a question of what do you do against this bad lawyer. This is just a plain criminal, in my estimation.
Mr. Brown called at 1:20 p.m. He got a call and was picking the papers up between 3:30 and 4:30.
Joanne Jackson took detailed notes about her interaction with Brown after paying him $1,500 to save her home from foreclosure.
He's a good liar. That's how it happened. Mr. Brown come up with some whoppers. He's a fast talker, and he's believable.
Jackson says among the whoppers, Brown said he could not file her paperwork because all of the employees in the clerk's office were going to an Indians game. Fed up, Joanne Jackson went to Brown's office in downtown Cleveland and confronted him.
That was the first time that Mr. Brown ever admitted to me that he was not a lawyer. Miss Jackson, I never told you I was a lawyer, but you never told me that you weren't, Mr. Brown. You never told me that you were not a lawyer.
And like so many of Brown's clients, Joanne Jackson realized she had been taken and was never getting her house back.
I'm hurt. I feel like an idiot. And I really, truly feel like an idiot because I'm telling all my friends, oh, I'm going back to my house. I'm going back to my house. This man that told me that it's illegal what the bank did. I've told everybody.
One client who says he eventually grew wise to the ways of B. Andrew Brown after giving Brown more than $9,000 provided the I-team with a phone conversation he recorded when he confronted Brown. Here's what Brown said when the man threatened to go to the police.
Now, them detectives can be your friend all they want, but when they hand this over to the prosecutor to go to the grand jury, you're going to have to sit down with the prosecutor. He's going to ask you all kinds of questions about this stuff that was filed on your behalf, and you ain't going to know. There's no way you'll be able to answer the questions because you're not a lawyer, and you're never trained as a lawyer.
In an ironic twist, the I-team has learned that B. Andrew Brown, the man who claimed he had all the answers to his client's foreclosure problems, has lost his own home here in Solon in a foreclosure action. Brown says he plans to file an appeal. His clients tell us he used that same song and dance with them over and over again.
Mr. Brown, alias Amir Tawwab, in our opinion, is a menace to society.
The I-team is there as the law catches up to B. Andrew Brown in Stark County. Brown pleads guilty to a charge of grand theft after a Canton couple swears out a complaint that he stole more than $20,000 from them, and they still lost their home to foreclosure.
A thief, a predator, and a liar. That's what I think.
As long as he is free to act as an attorney, no one is safe.
I would like to apologize to Mr. and Ms. Coleman for the money that I took from them.
Brown's long history of pretending to be a lawyer is cited by Stark County Judge Kurt Warren when he sentences Brown to 18 months in prison.
One of those factors, Mr. Brown deals with a person utilizing their occupation, essentially to have a better relationship with the victim or to take advantage of the victim based on their occupation.
And as B. Andrew Brown heads to prison once again, his other victims are still in search of justice, lamenting the loss of their homes after being hoodwinked by Brown and his considerable talents.
Mr. Brown is a very intelligent person. So you just think if he take this intelligence and put it to good use, but he's just taking all this knowledge and just ripping people off, and it's really sad.